Ooh, that's a good one. I think Bugs Bunny. I watched a lot of Bugs Bunny when I was a kid. Have you ever seen Bugs Bunny?
Mm,
No?
I think so, a long time ago.
I like that, and I liked Monsters Inc. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I see a
Yeah.
lot of inspiration in those two. Definitely a lot of running around like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, yeah. Carter Goodrich, who designed the characters in our film, he also designed Monsters Inc. and Little Nemo and Ratatouille and Brave. So that
Oh,
was
great.
pretty cool.
Mm.
And for everybody as well, we're gonna have some questions, and then if you have a question, feel free to write in the chat, and then we'll have some questions at the end from the chat. So, yeah. So let's see. Tim, do you want to go next?
Yes.
What question do you have?
So, what was your favorite character in the movie you made?
Oh man. You know, I liked Bullet Man because I created him based on an action figure I had when I was a kid. And he had metal arms and a metal helmet, and you'd fly him around all over the place. So I kind of liked him because he was my toy when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. Was there a specific name for that toy, or
No,
was?
he was actually named Bullet Man. He
Oh,
was
okay.
he was an old GI Joe, and between that and getting to meet Sylvester Stallone, who was like Rocky and Rambo, that was kind of cool too.
Right, right. Hey, if you ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the Groot, yeah, that was a really nice inspiration too.
I'm Groot.
I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
Yeah. So let's see. Who else? Vanya, do you have another question?
Yeah. How long did it take you to make this film?
Well, I came up with the idea when playing with my kids in the backyard, probably around 2007, 2008. And then I wrote a comic book for them, maybe around 2009, 2010. And then I wrote a screenplay around 2011. And then we got our financing to actually start the movie in 2014. And then the
3 years.
yeah, and then we finished the movie in 2017. So about 3 years of production, and then another 3 years of waiting. Yeah, I've been working on it for like 12 years, if you think about it from there, from when I originally had the idea.
Hey.
That's a long time.
That's like more than all of you guys put together, I think, right?
Sounds about it.
Yeah, I'm 10.
Okay.
That means everyone is 0.
All right.
Everyone's 2. Yeah.
Okay. So, Tim, do you have another question?
Oh yes. Did you like drawing when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, I drew all the time. I still do. I draw superheroes. I draw Muppets. I draw anything. I like to go places and draw, and I bring a sketchbook with me and watercolors. And I went to the British Museum, and I went to Paris, and I sketched the Eiffel Tower and all sorts of stuff. And I keep them all in a sketchbook. It's really fun.
Awesome. 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 So let's see if we have some more people joining us. 1 second. Elia, are you here?
Yes.
Ah, hello. Do you have a question?
Yes.
What is your question?
Where were you born?
I was born in Yonkers, New York. And then when I was 4, we moved to Florida. And then when I was 12, we moved to San Jose, California. And then when I was 23, we moved to Los Angeles. And then about 13 years ago, we moved here to Franklin, Tennessee, which is near Nashville.
And do you have another question, Elia?
Can I have brothers and sisters?
I have one sister, and she's 4 years younger than me, and she's a musician.
Oh, okay. What kind of music does she do?
Jazz. She really likes jazz.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's awesome for her. I'm not really got into jazz, but
All right. All right. Sounds
Right.
good. Let's see. Do we have Igor tonight?
Yep.
Hello. Do you have a question?
What is your favorite hobby?
oh, well, I would say as far as sports goes, it used to be hockey, but then I got old, so I have to play golf. As far as video games go, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, though I really like Zelda, and I finished was it the Wind of something? What was it? Which one of you guys remembers that? The latest Zelda game,
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I knew it had something to do with wind or breathing or something. Okay, yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
I'm waiting for the second one to come out, but that was really, really good. And then my other hobby, when I'm not playing video games or trying to hurt myself playing a sport, is drawing.
Ah, all right.
Of course, you like your dog. I like drawing too.
Good. I mean,
Too.
it's fun. It's really fun. And
Yeah,
it's-
really fun.
I draw a lot.
Who doesn't like drawing?
I know, right? It's the best. It's the best.
Yes.
All right. All right. So let's see who. Tim, do you have another question?
Oh yes. How did you pick the kid actors?
I didn't. What happened is, have any of you guys seen Star Wars Clone Wars?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of it.
The second one? Watch.
Well, the animated one.
Yes.
The one with all the clones and everything. That has Obi-Wan Kenobi is played by James Arnold Taylor. Well, he plays Buffalo Bob in our movie, and his daughter is Mackenzie. And so when we were working with James Arnold Taylor, Obi-Wan Kenobi said, "Hey, do you want to meet my daughter? She's really good." And that was her first movie. Her name's Lydia, and she was amazing. And so we kind of got introduced to her by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Hi, so my name is Errol, and I'm from Yonkers as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question. We checked online on IMDb about the movie, and it said that it was released in 2017.
Yeah. It would happen. I'm gonna lower a little bit. What had happened was we finished the film in 2017, and our investor, actually, I think our investor put it out in 2018. That's what I want to say, in China. We had one investor in China who put it out in China, and it did really well in China, but it never made it anywhere else. And so we just kind of held on to it till we met Netflix, and then it went out everywhere else. But China got to see it, I think, 2 years earlier than everybody else. But out in China, it was called Magical Circus.
Mhm.
It had a different name.
Yeah, I think, well, because you have to market it to different countries, right? So
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will go see it for sure.
Different countries, different names.
Yep.
I also have a question.
Sure.
What other projects do you have coming up? Future projects?
Well, Animal Crackers is based off a book that I wrote for my boys. They're twins, and I wrote like 10 or 13 books. So I have a couple more. I have Cameron and his dinosaurs. I've got My Grandparents Are Secret Agents. I've got Pet Robots. I've got Magic Carpet. I've got the Dreamland Chronicles. So I've got a whole bunch of stories that I'd like to do. I think everybody in Hollywood wanted to see how this movie went before they gave me any more money, though. So hopefully it does well.
Well,
And also, what part of Yonkers did you live?
Oh, all I remember was the street was Roberts Avenue, and it was a really big hill. And that's all I really remember, because I was 4 when I left. But we would go back and visit from time to time. But my parents went to Gordon High School and Yonkers High School. And that's all I remember. All of my family's still back there, but we really, whenever we go out with the family, we're in the city because it's the city and it's really cool for someone from Franklin, Tennessee. So the kids always want to go and see the Empire State Building and whatnot. So usually the Yonkers family comes and sees us.
Well, great. All right, so let's quickly go to the chat real quick because there's some people that want to ask some questions there as well.
Okay.
So,
Would you like me to reply in chat or just?
oh, no, you can, I'll just read it off to you and then you can reply. So Vit is asking, how many times did you rewrite the script?
Oh, wow. I would say it probably got rewritten 30 times. And it's not like you start over from scratch. It's just there was at the beginning, you guys remember the beginning where Bob and Tali were kind of falling in love and there was a little musical piece. In the beginning, Horatio originally, in his jealousy, he didn't tie the saddle on the horse out of jealousy, and it slipped and she fell and she broke her leg. And so Talia had like a limp and she was in the hospital. And so, there's things that kind of changed here and there. Initially, the story really revolved around Owen, but when Emily Blunt came on the film, we really wanted to make it more of a family thing. And so we really beefed up her participation, and we kind of just learned along the way because it was my first film. So as we saw where things were weak in the script, we would fix it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right, so we have another question from Victoria. So she's asking, how old were you when you thought of it?
Oh, well, let's see. This was about maybe 12 years ago, and I'm 51. So was that 39? 39 years old. My boys were about 7, I think. 6 years old. They're 17 now.
Great. Awesome. Well, that's a long
Thanks
work.
for making me do math. I really appreciate it. I went to art school, so I didn't have to learn math. So
well, there you go. You're making up for it. So we'll just do one more question here. We actually have another question, just a comment. I really like the Hobbit hole features in your house. Marina says.
Thank you. This is a little dirty, but yeah, it's my Hobbit hole, which is really fun to work in, and I love it. I love it. It's a very magical.
I like the Hobbit hole.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have
Look way back there. You'll see a bunch of toys, and there's Batman and Robin and Captain America.
Oh yeah, there's Superman as well. Yeah. So we have another question from the chat. Is what was your favorite subject in school?
Depending on what years I was in. I mean, obviously I went to art school, so that was always fun. But, yeah, but in high school, art class. Sorry.
Okay.
Art's my favorite too.
Good. It is fun. It is fun. The bad thing is that if that's all you want to do, your parents get kind of upset because I didn't do so good in math and English and whatnot. So don't do that like me.
Parents tend to worry a little bit about that. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Do we have another question from Vanya? Do you have a question?
Was it fun to make the animation?
It was really fun. It was the animation was actually made in Valencia, Spain. So I would fly out to Valencia and help out. But for the most part, everybody in Valencia did like all of the work. I would just kind of just tell them what I'd like. But it was really, really fun. It was fun to see it all come together, and the actors were really cool, and I liked it. I'd love to do it again.
Awesome. So you did that animation over a period of so many years?
Yeah. It was, we had a whole bunch of people working on it. So what would happen is I would wake up in the morning and there would be, in my inbox, there would be 30, 40 shots, which would be scenes. And I would look at the animation. I would give my notes on the animation. And if it gets approved, then it goes to get colored and all the lighting and everything gets put on it.
All right. So let's see. What about Masha? Masha, do you have a question?
Yes.
What question do you have?
Did you have any classes?
For animation?
Yes.
No, I never took animation classes. I was an illustration major. I was a painter, and that was really what I studied. So I kind of learned animation on the job. I got to work on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I got to work on Casper the Friendly Ghost and Spider-Man and things like that. So I kind of learned along the way and never had formal training.
I think that's a really inspirational kind of piece here because, parents worry a lot about education.
Yeah.
Where right now you can achieve a lot of things by actually doing.
I've changed careers so many times. I started off as a painter, then I got into video games, and I was an animator in games. Then I was a game designer. Then I was a comic book artist, and then I was a writer, and then I was a film animator, and now I'm a writer and a director for movies. You're allowed to make whatever changes you want to. Just try to excel at whatever you're doing.
Exactly. So let's see. Let's take some questions from the chat. So how many years have you been doing film? Like, how many years have you done films for?
You're gonna make me do more math now, right?
Yeah. We're making up for the school time, I guess.
How many years have I been doing film?
Yes.
Well, this was my first film, so I would say let's just say 6 years for that, because it was 3 years of making it and just 3 years of sitting around waiting for this to happen. But I've been working in film for probably maybe 20 years, 25 years. So, it's been a learning process, and it's been, fun. But when you're working in film, you're just, the term a cog in a machine. You're just one little part of a very big machine. Whereas what I just did was I got to drive the machine, and so it was a much different thing. But both things are fun. They're both very fun.
All right. So let's see. Who do we have? What about Igor? Do you have a question?
No.
No. Okay. What about Ivan?
What is your favorite animal?
Cheetah.
That was a quick answer.
I get asked that from time to time, and it's always been my favorite. I just always love cheetahs. I love that they're the fastest land mammal, and they're cats too, which is really kind of cool.
Okay. So let's see. We'll take another one from the chat, and it says, "What did you do for Atari?"
Oh, someone did some research.
Yeah.
I was okay, this is a little known story. My dad was a mechanical engineer, and when he worked at Atari when I was a kid, and I would get to, like, in the summers, I'd get to go and visit, and they have video games everywhere. And so I would just play video games all day, and it was like the coolest thing ever. One day, they asked my dad if I would bring my bicycle so they could video me. And so I got to ride my bike out in the parking lot, and they put up ramps for me to jump on. They asked me to throw things and whatever, and they videoed me. Well, years later, I was in high school, and out came a movie called Paperboy. And this video game Paperboy, you ride your bicycle, and you're supposed to throw papers on people's lawns. And so I was Paperboy, which was really cool. And then when I got out of college, I got a job working at Atari myself, and I got to make a game called Primal Rage, which was about dinosaurs that fight each other, kind of like Street Fighter, which was a lot of fun.
Kind of like Jurassic World, the game, and there are these games where dinosaurs fight each other.
Yeah. And it was all done with stop motion, which was really kind of cool too.
That's
My question.
okay.
I'm Noah Rivera. So are all your upcoming projects that you plan doing, are they all going to be animation, or do you plan to do some live action or anything?
I have a couple I have a couple stories written for live action, but I wouldn't know the first thing about making them. So it would be something where maybe somebody came along and bought it and would want to make it, and I would just kind of sit back and watch it happen. But I don't really have any interest in making live action, but I wrote a romantic comedy, and romantic comedies really don't work in animation. So, we'll see if that happens one day.
Well, there's a romantic elements in this story though, so
Yeah. This one's more of a Sleepless in Seattle type of thing, which I don't think plays well with kids. So, but it's about a pirate, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So we have a comment from Josh saying, "Rage is the standard by which I hold all other fighting games against." So.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Josh. That was a fun game to make. I'm glad someone here actually knows it.
Yeah. So let's see. Do we have? What about Daniil or Artyom? Do any of you have questions?
I do. What video games did you design specifically?
Well, Primal Rage was one, and I designed another one called Bounty Hunter, which became Area 51. I designed a game called Tecmo Hockey for the Sega Genesis, I think it was. And I think that's it for game designs that I did.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cooking Bear, right there.
I'm sorry?
I was pointing at Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Awkwardly looking Freddy. No.
Okay. So let's see. Who else has a question?
I do.
All right. What question do you have, Elia?
What languages do you speak?
Oh, unfortunately, only English, and barely that. But I'm half Assyrian, which is like Middle Eastern, and half Sicilian. And both my parents were first generation because both my grandparents on both sides were immigrants. And so, my mother learned Assyrian, but my father never really learned Italian other than the curse words. And so I just never got a chance to learn any of it. I feel bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, we forgive you.
I think it'd be cool to know two languages.
So Sicilian, right? That's where you did your animation.
No, I did Valencia, Spain.
Valencia, Spain. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and unfortunately, so when I started working with them in 2014, they didn't speak much English, and I didn't speak any Spanish. And so I tried to learn Spanish, and they tried to learn English. And by 2017, they could speak really good English, and I still couldn't say 2 words in Spanish. So I think it's just my inability to pick up languages.
Okay, well, you make up with it with art, so.
Yeah, so I could draw a picture.
Yeah, so that's fine. All right, do we have any more questions?
Oh, I have a question.
Okay, what question do you have?
Did you create any Sonic the Hedgehog games?
No, I never got a chance to do that. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I would have won this call if I did, right? I won. I win.
Yeah. Gotta go fast.
Okay.
Do you know if like you're gonna make any action figures off of, like the characters that you made?
I would love to. I've done action figures before for my other books, but we have a couple plushes, which were really cute, and some T-shirts and stuff, but nothing. It's funny. You start a movie and you think it's gonna, you're gonna have TV commercials and a whole bunch of video games and everything else, and then all of the bad stuff happened, and we're just thankful just to get the movie out. But you always think about it. You always think it'd be kind of fun. I even designed a game for Animal Crackers, something that would be fun, but never happened.
I have a question. Do you also have any like designs for like animal crackers that you eat, like based on the show that we've seen of the designs of the animal crackers?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see a hamster cookie and maybe a dragon cookie. I think, but I also
Like like, or maybe have the animal, like, let's say Animal Crackers packaging have like the movie on it, and then like these are the Animal Crackers featured in the movie.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, we spoke to Nabisco, who makes those Barnum animal crackers, and they were going to do it, and then just things didn't work out. But they were going to make like a Chesterfield cookie, and they were going to make some of the characters as well, and it was going to be really really fun. But maybe I'll get to do a sequel one day if the movie does really well. So.
Well, and there's some space on your shelves for those action
Yeah,
figures.
I
So
know, I'll make
you
room.
gotta fill that up. Yeah.
A little. I got an idea for if you're going to make a sequel. I got an idea. Maybe you should make it like this. People get bored of watching these animals, so these other people decide to make like magical creatures like griffins, dragons, what else?
A unicorn.
Yeah, unicorns. Maybe even werewolves, vampires.
That would be really cool. I like it.
Looks like you got another member in your creative team.
Yeah, you're hired.
So, do we have any other questions? Any live questions? I hear someone breathing. Vanya, Igor.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we're having questions.
Why did you decide to write a comic book? Like you specifically decide to write a comic book? Like, yeah.
I grew up with comic books, and I loved Spider-Man. And so when I got old enough, and when my boys were born, I started writing books for them. And so I like the visual style of comic books. I like being able to both read it and see the pictures.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's see. We have, what about Anya? Anya, do you have a question?
I have a question. Another one.
All right. We'll wait for Anya to respond.
You have like a little like mini clip at the end that might give us questions about another upcoming movie.
Oh, are you saying, is there one at the end of the movie?
Yeah, for Animal Crackers.
No. Oh, okay. You guys haven't seen it yet, or?
No, is there a mini clip at like the end of the credits?
No,
Yeah.
there's no end sequence thing. It was a very low budget movie, so we didn't have a chance to.
But if you have if you have another, like, if you make another movie, call me, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Yeah, you're getting a big creative team.
Voice actor too.
I'll give you some examples.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Do we
But
have
it's not gonna involve shawarma, though, is it? 'Cause they already did that for the end.
Probably not.
I don't think it's a good move. Yeah, shawarma is delicious, but I don't know if that'll. Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Anybody that's been shy all this time and wanting to ask a question?
No.
Do I hear a voice? Okay, somebody's being shy. Let's see. Let me pick some people. Daniel, do you have a question by any chance? Hello? All right. Let me just check the chat really quick, see if I didn't miss any of those. All right. Okay. Any other questions left? Our creative team.
I don't have any questions.
Nope, me neither.
No.
All right. Sounds good. So last call. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much.
It was my pleasure.
This has been great.
I hope you all liked it.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
great.
it was
Thank
great.
you.
It was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys can tell all of your friends to watch it like 100 times, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It brings out the kid in you, for sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to make something fun and something that my kids would like and something that just makes people smile.
Have they seen it yet?
They're actually in it.
Oh, wow.
My son Brendan plays John Krasinski's character at 12. You know,
Oh, wow.
when Owen and Zoe first meet, that's my son Brendan. His twin brother Logan, his voice hadn't changed yet, and it was still really high. And so when the Spanish studio heard it, they thought it was a little girl. So he's the little girl with blonde pigtails in the movie. So, and he's very okay with it. But it's Mom, where are the animals? Was his brother. So, and then my wife plays Petunia, the fat lady. Which
Oh, wow.
was really
Crazy.
fun. So
That's awesome.
it was they got to kind of really be a part of it. So we would fly out and they would get to meet the cast, and it was really just a good experience. Though Brendan's friends tease him because they look up on IMDb and they see him in there and they say, "You're a movie star." He's like, "No, I'm not. Leave me alone." He goes running away. So
Well, wait about 10 years and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a movie star."
he'd be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I did that. That's awesome. I'm guessing the family really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah.
Have they seen the final product though?
No, we're gonna watch it after this.
Oh, great.
So yeah, we're gonna go watch it and we're looking forward to it.
Are you nervous?
I think the nerves are gone. I was nervous getting to this morning, and just like I was waiting for like another shoe to drop, like Netflix blows up or something right before my movie comes out. So thankfully the movie came out and I'm okay. So.
All right. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hopefully, I mean, I'm sure they'll like it. I'm sure they'll be like, "That's me. That's me."
No, my family, even if it is, they know not to tell me. So.
Yeah, as directors tend to let the family know what.
I'm fragile enough as it is right now. Thank you.
For sure. Well, we all liked it.
Thank
you so much. If anybody wants to say anything before we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you
so
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you so much.
for this amazing movie. Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
give us a visit back in Yonkers.
Good job in the movie.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Great.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. We loved it.
Thanks.
All right.